Gets the stand and Catfish movie review. We're doing it for you.
Catfish. Today we will be reviewing Absinthe's Heavy Mental. Woo! Straight for the throat as always. Favorite rider's part in this movie?
Ozzie Henning and Scott Brown's shared part. Ozzie and Scott, I think, are both underrated riders. They brought the hammers to the streets. It was great.
I had a feeling that you were going to pick the only street-oriented part in the whole movie as your favorite.
Predictable, yeah.
I gotta go with Austin Sweeten. His jump shots were insane. Like, it's not that easy for me to get excited about jump shots, but Sweeten, you've gone and done it.
Yeah, his first shot was insane. It must have been like 120 feet.
Yeah.
And there he is, like, what is he, like 4 feet tall?
Yeah, if that.
So, like, that's more like, shit, like almost a 200-foot jump for him. Much like Meatloaf, Manuel Diaz's part was just a total bat out of hell. Reckless abandonment. He made, almost dying look like an art form out there. It was insane.
Yeah, and some of the drops he was doing, it was kind of like if Coon Boy could actually manage to land something.
Totally.
You know what part I found to be really weird? Was that random wave shot before Johnny Paxton's part? Like, does Johnny Paxton surf, or did they just get their Red Camera Extreme movie clips mixed up somewhere along the way and just sort of, we'll leave it?
Yeah, seriously, wrong hard drive, guys. Johnny Paxton, you're not that wavy.
Shots fired!
Sleeper part, though, was Victor De La Rue, and he really put on in that part, but he rides for Drake, and I don't mean that in the way like you and I ride for Drake.
What do you think that the most annoying part of this movie was?
The film shots that they had in there, so grainy, it was like a blizzard out. You could barely make out what was going on. I know that Absinthe is known for using their film and doing it well, but this just was like the worst.
I'm gonna have to go with avalanche cliffhanger shots. Like a lot of shots that just end mid-avalanche clip. Like, what happened to those people?
Do we have to wait for the next movie? Any surprises for you with this movie?
The dynamic helicopter shots that they were able to get. A lot of movie companies just have a helicopter and then they point their camera in one way. This movie, they did a very good job of actually kind of like following people, which despite being probably one of the most ridiculous things to think about, it looks sick. Is there anything we're leaving out?
Yeah, actually, Wole's snowboarding stuff.
Insane.
Insane.
It was one of the most memorable things of the movie, for sure. As all these movies are coming out, there's so few things that stand out where you're like, I will remember that shit next year. But I feel like this was one of those moments.
Stan, what do you think? Is it worth the purchase? Should people consume?
Based on Absinthe's past, sometimes I find their movies to be a little bit monotonous. But something happened when I was watching this, and I was really down. So I'm gonna have to say that of all the movies that came out this year, I found this to be one of the most memorable, and I would buy it.
I'm gonna go no buy. If I was to buy one video, this would not be it.
All right, well, thank you again, Catfish.
It's not puke.
It's not puke, bottoms up.